everyone, and welcome to VLSI for All. Today, Vishal Kumar this side, and we have special guest Mrs. Vaishnavi Palwar with us. Welcome to VLSI for All, and thank you for ma'am for giving your time.
Hi Vishal, thank you. Hello everyone. So first of all, I would like to thank you and VLSI for All for giving me this opportunity to express myself and talk about my journey. So I'm really humbled to join it.
Ma'am, starting with a brief introduction, can you tell us about your education background from 12th to MTech?
Sure. So hello everyone, my name is P. Vaishnavi. I've done my 12th from Sri Chaitanya Junior College from Hyderabad. I'm basically from Hyderabad, Telangana. So I've done my education there only. And then I've done my bachelor's in electronics and communication from the Usmania University. So it's a state government college in Hyderabad itself. So then I still remember that we used to have this guest lecture and like GAN sessions in between. So one of the guest lecture where an engineer working in the corporate was talking about the career opportunities that we had. So I really got inspired, and then I decided to do masters at any cost. So then I prepared for the GATE exam. Then so I gave my GATE exam in the year 2021. Then I secured an all India rank of 316 in ECE. So I decided to do the VLSI system then I got a seat in NIT Trichy, so joined this course, and currently I'm pursuing my MTech. I'm currently in 4th semester in VLSI system from NIT Trichy. So right now I'm working, so I got a job recently in Qualcomm, so I'm doing my internship right now in the Qualcomm.
Ma'am, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Ma'am, can you tell us about your GATE preparation and what's your score and why you choose NIT Trichy over old IITs?
Sure. So yeah, like we used to have these labs and the core labs, the digital labs, EDC labs, and Verilog labs. So that is when I'm more interested and inclined towards the digital domain. We had placements in bachelor's too. So I got I got job in Accenture and Deloitte too as a business analyst. It was not at all related to my core domain. But then I decided not to take it because I'm not interested in it. If I don't have interest, I can't be working there. I can't survive there. So I started my GATE preparation in third year. In third year, I joined ACE Academy. I took coaching from it, like on campus coaching. So it was for 7 to 8 months, and then like we used to have a friends group, like a study group, where we used to have a strict schedule wherein we discuss where each other lag, and we used to discuss like I used to go for the classes, and then I used to prepare. In the night, we used to have a call and then discuss all the doubts. So that is how you prepare. You develop a skill of how you can explain a topic, how problems are there, how you can discuss the problems and all. And then I've taken test series. I realized that test series, solving tests, giving questions is a lot more important than preparing. So I've taken so many test series from ACE Academy, Made Easy, Grade Up, and 2 other courses ago. Then I started giving tests. So that's how it went till December. So one more thing that I would like to say is that there are like 9 to 10 subjects in the EC for electronics. So it is not necessary that you have to give 100% to all the subjects. You don't have to prepare 100%. Even if you give your 100% to 80% of the subject, that's more than enough. Even GATE rankers will be telling you this. So yeah, I left one subject like EDC. That is where I was kind of weak. So I left few of the chapters, but I had 4 to 5 strong subjects: digital systems, networks, control systems, signal systems, and communication. So these are my strong subjects. So I gave my 100% on it. I used to solve questions from previous year questions, ISRO questions, and questions from the other branches too, like electrical, instrumentation. So this way you can develop a demand over the subject, and then you can be confident. So even if a question comes from a nook and corner of the subject, you can solve it. So that's how my preparation went. And so I would say this test series played an important role in my preparation. So there are times when I used to feel low, but then I used to watch these kind of videos of GATE toppers, their experience, their ups and downs. So this is a very common process that I realized. So finally, I live in the 2021 in electronics as well as instrumentation. So we had a choice of giving 2 exams. Then instrumentation, I still remember instrumentation was on Feb 6. Then electronics was on Feb 7th. So I gave this without any preparation. I didn't prepare for instrumentation at all. So I just want to get this exam environment just to gain how it is and how to handle the pressure. So without preparation, I got some around 57 to 58 marks in instrumentation and 200 around rank in instrumentation. So, and then in EC, I got all India rank of 316 with a score of 736 from general category. So then I applied for all the NITs, IITs, followed by NITs in the CCMT. I got few IITs. I got signal processing from IIT Kharagpur and even IIT BHU. I actually joined in IIT BHU. I've taken the course, started the course, but then after talking to so many seniors on LinkedIn, I connected to so many seniors in LinkedIn. So then after doing some research, and then I realized maybe NIT Trichy would be a better option as compared to placement scenario. So then I chose NIT Trichy over that. So then I joined it, and then I'm doing the MTech right now.
Thank you for explaining the such brief way, ma'am. Ma'am, how is the course curriculum of our MTech VLSI in NIT Trichy, and how is the placement cell, ma'am?
Yeah, sure. So NIT Trichy is see, like most of you must be knowing, but for those who don't know, NIT Trichy is one of the top premier institutes. It is just after the top IITs. It comes in the 9th position according to the recent rankings, NIRF rankings, which were released last year. So it is almost equivalent to the IIT. I would say learning, studying, doing masters or bachelors from the NITs or IITs is a completely different thing. The curriculum here, the academics here, the opportunities that you get, the research lab facilities, all are completely different as compared to other colleges. I wouldn't say that I'm not complaining, but you'll get a real, what do you say, the taste of the core domain that you like. So as coming to, if I come to NIT Trichy, we have, first of all, I would like to thank my faculty. Professors are really good. Most of them are really experienced. So whenever a subject is teaching, we had testing, VLSI testing, digital signal domain, all these were there. So professors teach you in an intuitive manner. So with their experience, we get to know how to approach a problem and how important that is in the industry. So the professor really good, and we had good labs. The only thing that ours was a COVID batch, so we had 7 to 8 months online. It was online, so that was good for examinations. But learning that completely depends on you. It's good. It was even good. We managed so well, and then it was offline again for 9 months. So then we explored in the labs. We used to spend most of the time in the labs and all. Then it would be good if it's offline, I would say. Online will restrict you and make you lazy. But then it saves a lot of time. You can prepare a lot and you can spend time on others too. Maybe learning skills, because learning skills is most important when it comes to placements. Interviewers see how skilled you are, how many skills you have gained, what is your learning from the projects. Projects, interview skills are most important in placements. So yeah, NIT Trichy is good. And coming to the placement cell, so we have something called training and placement cell, which is specially dedicated to the internships, placements, and all the opportunities that are given to the students. So I would say, like, hats off to the placement cell, because we have dedicated sessions like practice tests and mock interviews, which will be taken by our seniors every year. So this is like a process. So, and which is going to be very serious. Students are not supposed to copy. You can't copy. You realize that you can't copy. You shouldn't copy. It's like a learning process that you have to figure out what are your strong points, what are your weaknesses, how are you going to tackle it, and how you're going to give the test, and then finally interviews. So it's like a rigorous session that will be going on. The training session is really good. And coming to the placements, NIT Trichy is a platform that it's like a platform that gives you a lot of opportunities. It's completely in your hands how we're going to use it. So over 200 companies will be visiting every year. And this year also, do not know the exact number, but a lot of companies visited. Be it in the core semiconductor industry, IT sector, embedded, electrical, so many companies visited. So it's completely in your hands. And I'm really happy to say that most of all our students are placed in really good companies.
That's very good news,
Yeah,
ma'am. That's because that's all the students want at the end. Ma'am,
yes, exactly.
can you tell us about the offer you got at Qualcomm, and what's the process of getting into this process? How many stages you have to cross, and what is the first feeling to working there as an intern?
Right. Okay. So Okay, so the placement session basically starts in the month of in the end of August or the starting of September. So Qualcomm was the second core semiconductor company that visited and I've given. So few software companies started in the month of August, but I did not sit for it, like most of them did not. And Qualcomm was the second company. So the selection process will be in two parts. The first part is the online test. It is around 1.5 hours, as far as I remember, and it is going to be online. You have to go to the campus, given there will be a computer laboratory in which you have to give it. So that will be for 1.5 hours. There are 3 sections in it, and then you have to cross the minimum percentage in all the sections. And then you'll be shortlisted for the second round, which is personal interview, peer round. So coming to my experience, so a lot of students were actually shortlisted in the online test. A lot of students, so many students were. And in the personal interviews, it was again after 2 days gap. The Qualcomm result was given, and then interviews were scheduled online. It was online for us. So I had few people had only one interview, few had 2 interviews. I had 3 rounds of interviews. So it started in the morning, 9 o'clock or something. Then I had the first interview. It was around for 45 minutes, and so basically he started first. He asked me to go through, walk me through the resume. So I'm supposed to explain what is there in the step-by-step process, and he was basically testing what I've written it or how valid it is, and just he was observing my communication skills. And then he asked me to introduce myself. So after a broad introduction, I don't know, but he was impressed by it. And then he asked me one of the responsibilities, the social responsibilities that I mentioned. So I told about it. Then he started asking questions about the projects that I mentioned. So it was one mini project, and it was related to Verilog and MATLAB. So a lot of follow-up questions were asked to me. So one thing that I would like to say, so projects again play a very important role in interview. If the interviewer is interested in it, so you have you have to be smart enough to put the projects in which you are very strong, and just incline the interview in the direction where you are strong. You should make the interview ask the questions that you are interested in. So he asked me so many follow-up questions on it because I was confident on it, and it stretched around to 15 to 20 minutes on this project itself. And then few basic questions like pipelining and parallel processing, and some digital question, a counter-based question, RTL question, and a few questions here and the basic questions that they were. And then finally it ended with a puzzle. Okay, so as part of the second round of the interview, it lasted for around more than an hour, 1 hour to 10 minutes. So it was completely technical this time, and a few projects again. So we started with the metastability questions, pipelining questions. Questions were on FIFO, synchronous FIFO, FIFO depth questions. So here the interview was waiting for me to answer. The questions were a little bit difficult here. He was asking me in-depth questions, and he was waiting for me to answer. And then he was not at all interested in the answer, but he was observing how I'm going to approach. So approach is more important than the solution. This is one lesson I learned here. So few questions were there in FIFO depth. Again, we went into depth questions, and then few questions like latch up question, and then finally he asked me my mini project, again another mini project. Few follow-up questions were asked, and then few memory questions, RAM, SRAM memory, DRAM memory, all those. So in between, I just out of interest, I said I talked about the NAND flash memory, NOR flash memory. Then he asked, "Are you interested in it?" Then I said, "Hi." I just go through the latest devices and the latest technology. So he said, "Okay." Well, he kind of said, "Okay, good. That's a good practice you can do." Then finally, again, he asked me a puzzle, which so that completes the round. So here, this puzzle was quite difficult. I took more time on it, more than 5 minutes. So he very patiently waited for me and finally gave me a hint so that I could solve it. So yeah, this ends the second round. And I waited for so long for the third round. People were getting calls for the second round, and a few people were only at first round. And only one or two got a call for the second round. I got around 2 to 2:30. Then again, third round was around 45 minutes. So here, so many questions were out of the questions. I don't understand. I didn't know what these questions were. Few questions were he started with the digital questions, okay, like the counter-based questions and all. Then he started asking me on CPU processing, CPU schedule processing and all. I had really no idea on this, but I gave my approach. I gave one or two approaches. So he's not waiting for the solution at all. He was just seeing how I'm going to tackle the situation and give the approach. And if you question on operating systems, and I don't remember the exact date also, but it was on the scheduling process and all. And then again started with the memory question. Again, basic memories, And then after this, he asked me on the question on cache memory. Again, this was a lengthy question. A lot of time was spent on this question. So finally, again, a puzzle was asked. So like I was asked puzzle in each interview, each round of the interview. So finally, 3 puzzles in all the interviews. So that ended my interview with a positive note. At the end of the interview, he asked me whether if I have any questions for him. So I asked about his experience at Qualcomm. So he talked about it, and I was positive about it. So in the evening, I got a HR call, formality call it was. So she asked me about the location and my interest about it. So then she congratulated. So that's how I got into Qualcomm. So that is the selection procedure at Qualcomm.
That's a very nice and very good explanation, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for doing.
Thank you.
Ma'am, so we are at the end of this interview, ma'am, and would you like to share some motivation tips to our viewers so that after watching this video they more motivated to work harder?
Sure, definitely. So see, it all depends. So be it an examination or job interview, PSC interview, be it anything. What I strongly believe, one of the principles that I believe is you have to believe in yourself, because nobody else is going to know how hard you worked and what you really want to achieve in the future. Only you're the person that you know really about it. So just believe in yourself and be consistent in the journey. Okay, and more importantly, I would say, to be honest, gain the skills, learn skills. If you're stuck at any point, seek for the help. Ask the experienced people, connect with the seniors, connect with the industry people, talk to professors. So just communicate things properly and learn things so that you'll be ready for the interview. Even I used to fear about the interviews, but now I feel that you should not worry about it. It is a part of learning process. Interviews just test how good you are, how well your approach is, how interested you are in this journey, something like that. So yeah, I would wish all the best for all the students who are giving interviews and all. Thank you, VLSI for all, for giving me this opportunity. Thank you, Vishal.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for doing this, ma'am.